Thank you, chairpersons, ladies and gentlemen. I bring to you from the International Menopause Society the program called IMPART, which stands for International Menopause Professional Activity for Refresher Training. This is a program which is meant for physicians, especially those who look after the older women. And we know that every single woman attains menopause on this earth. And it is a landmark in her life, which is usually occurring because of her aging process. That's not really necessary that she has to age, but it's perceived as an aging process whenever a woman reaches menopause. But culturally, it works differently in different countries. In India, I know women are very, very happy when they reach menopause. But in some countries, we know that when menopause occurs, it's looked at very negatively because they perceive it as aging. And therefore, we must remember that this is a socio-cultural transition in a woman's life. As the years have gone by, if you look at the statistics, in 1998, we had approximately 0.477 billion postmenopausal women in the world. And by 2025, as per the WHO, it will be around 1.1 billion women who will be in the postmenopausal age group. Now, what really happens in the menopause, we all know as physicians attending this meeting, that it affects every organ system of the body, and it increases the risk of osteoporosis and fracture, cardiovascular system. So basically, we are talking about the non-communicable diseases which occur at menopause. And since there is a lack of awareness and gaps in knowledge regarding menopause, both amongst women themselves and physicians, it is important that we bring up this issue mainly to prevent problems in the future. Prevent problems such as morbidity related to osteoporosis, related to cardiovascular disease, etc. We know that hot flashes occur, but some studies have shown that they are associated with an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. And we also know that women who reach early menopause have an increased risk of cardiovascular disease and osteoporosis, and delayed menopause increases the risk of endometrial and breast cancer. Chronic non-communicable diseases such as metabolic disease, obesity, cardiovascular disease, arthritis, dementia, etc., all begin to manifest themselves in the 6th decade of life. And it is during this decade between the age of 50 to 60 when women come to us with symptoms, and this is the opportunity we need to seize to make them aware of the problems they may have. This is definitely suboptimal as seen amongst physicians all the world over. And the ground reality is that women are not given the advice when these women go to their physicians with their symptoms. Many studies have shown that only 3 out of 4 women, that almost 3 out of 4 women who present to their doctors will receive no treatment. And therefore, again, it stresses the need that we ourselves need to be aware first and make women aware of this problem. So using the window of vulnerability and opportunity is what we are looking at. And hence, as a group, we thought it is very important for us to raise the standards or to raise the information or update everyone on the information on menopausal health. So there are 2 targets we have. One is for the physicians, where we are looking at creating the educational program. And the second is for consumers, wherein we have created an app called the IMS Menopause Health Tracker. This health tracker is currently available on the App Store and very soon will be launched on the Play Store. And the link is put up in the meantime for you here so that if you link it, you'll get to see what the app looks like. But today we are going to talk mainly about IMPART and how really it has started. Now, we know that the International Menopause Society had put up its recommendations in 2016, wherein we said that we have to expand education and training for healthcare professionals to optimize menopause management. At the same time, in a Bangkok meeting of the WHO, which I attended as a representative of the International Menopause Society, they came with this strategy saying that academia and research institutes need to provide a better understanding on all aspects of aging. And today, with digital technology being available to us, we are in a state wherein we can offer education anywhere to an anytime delivery system, wherein we can reach to the remotest part of the world where internet is available and also help with having the best of education available to them. There have been enough data showing that distance education is really now taking over completely from personal discussions. So here we present to you, IMPART, what it really is. It's basically a professional activity for refresher training, and it's increasing, it's international because it gives global knowledge. It looks into all aspects, ethnic aspects of every different region. It also defines the subject area of menopause. It's professional because it is designed for professionals and it is designed by experts from the International Menopause Society, and it's an activity which is from the domain of IMS and thereby a recognized activity. It will be a self-learning interactive online certification course by the International Menopause Society on menopausal health. And this course will be accessible free of cost to all healthcare professionals globally. The program objectives are that we will enhance the knowledge, basically enhance knowledge. Everyone is really reads on the subject, but we bring to you the latest on the subject by bringing you evidence-based medicine as late as the last of week of May, where we have updated all the references available on this program. And we engage the best and the physicians into best preventive healthcare practices, basically focusing on health issues of postmenopausal women so that we can improve the quality of life of these women. This program has been created through a team of people. The first is the International Menopause Society, which is the knowledge partner, and this program has been developed under the aegis of the International Menopause Society. BioQuest is the implementation partner, and they have helped us develop the whole program and put it up in a very, very beautiful way. And Pfizer is the organization from where we have an unrestricted, unconditional educational grant, and this is from Pfizer Global, and this IMPART program has been funded through the grant which we have received. We looked at the need gap way back in July 2016, defined the course objectives, put up a grant proposal, received the proposal in November 2016. We got the funds in April 17, and then we defined, in the meantime, we worked on defining the course curriculum, content development. This content was developed, and once the content was developed, which was reviewed and approved by the experts in the International Menopause Society, the online course and evaluation was completed on June 6th in 2018, and this system has a facility of having a voiceover as the programs go on. So those who wish to listen to the voiceover can listen, or they can mute the voice and read themselves. And then at the end of it, there would be a certificate of participation. We have two levels of courses. One is the basic level, or the level 1 as we call it, which is meant for the target audience being general practitioners, and the level 2, or the advanced level, which is the target audience being the OBGYNs. The first level has 8 modules and the second level has 10 modules. And in short, we will be, when the general practitioners complete the 8 modules, they would be given a certification of completion. And for an advanced level, they have to go through the basic first and then do the 10 modules of the level 2. So the level 1 basically consists of the perimenopausal years, which are the definitions of different menopause transition period, the menopause and consequences, the perimenopausal and menopausal bleeding, basics of MHT, risk and benefits of MHT, pre-treatment evaluation, complementary and alternative medicines for managing menopause, and then in the end there are some case profiles, which is a very, very interactive discussion with the expert on the subject, who will present a case and discuss the case through as to how would you treat that patient. And at the end of each module, we have approximately 8 to 10 questions, which are multiple choice. And as you go through those questions, you would answer some correct, some wrong, but then the answers would be based on the modules which have been supplied to you. So after you read the modules, you appear for you do those 8 to 10 questions, and you get your score at the end of it. If there's any wrong answer, you would be told that this is a wrong answer, and you would be guided to the right section in the program. So it's a great program for self-learning as and when you want to do it, wherever you want to do it, as long as you have the internet connection. Then you have level 2 modules, wherein there's more detailed information on sexual dysfunction, cardiovascular system, bone, mood and cognition, insomnia. We help to individualize hormone therapy as to how you would treat the patients, comprehensive postmenopausal breast care, endometrial and other cancers, monitoring the health status, periodic health checkups, and then dialogues in menopause management, which is a case-based approach for HRT counseling. Now, there is a difference between putting up all this information on a website as compared to an LMS system. The basic difference is that on a website, the content is stored and displayed on the website. It is completely static. It has a passive applications, and users can only simply view the documents, and there is no tracking of who is using it, or there's no tracking of the user. There are no notification features available. But on the LMS system, it's a software platform which is used in higher education settings. It's customized training and education, and it's interactive, and it gives you leads. We'll run through the video of how it works, and basically it's a centralized documentation of participants along with user notifications. So there's a linear learning through educative modules and assessment modes. There's a flexibility to update the content, which we propose to update regularly at roughly 2-yearly intervals. And there's a continuous dissemination of information and evaluation to help the learner through the learning curve. So this is a virtual tour of how the program will go, and I will just run it through for you all to get an idea of how it works. Oh, sorry. Can we reduce the volume a bit? So there's an initial registration. You register yourself on the website. They'll ask you details of your date, city, where you live, etc., etc. Of course, with the new laws into place of your identity, there are all the necessary suggestions put up as to how we can prevent problems. So you register yourself and filling in the necessary details, and once you do that, there's an acknowledgement for the registration, which you will receive through email that you have been registered. After you do this, you give all your professional information in terms of what kind of program specialty you are in. You create your own password. You can change your password if you would like to change your password. All those facilities remain on this. And then you agree that you have agreed to all the data which you are giving to the center, and you would click on the agree column over there. Now here is where you have forgotten your password. You can easily create a new password, as we all do for all the times we miss out on various passwords. So similarly here, you can change your password, and you will be providing your email ID where your existing password details will be sent, as we do it on our phones quite often. So this interacts with you, tells you what's happening, and then you have to log in and then learn about IMPART. So when you click on that, you also get the course curriculum. You will also get the educational committee videos where the case discussions are, and these are the various things which you can click on. Then you develop your own My Course comes up, where you get an idea of each module, how many minutes it is, which day you're starting the module, which day you're ending the module. If you go halfway through the module and you don't get back to it again in 15 days, you'll get a reminder that you're incomplete, you need to finish the module, and sort of give you an idea of how you should proceed with your program, so that you could complete the modules in good time and be eligible for your certificate. So this is how the program runs, and there's a course synopsis which you can read before the course starts. The course preview is given to you in the form of 5 to 6 slides, and if you think you're interested, then you get on to the module and you get all the instructions on how to go about it, what you need to do, and also tells you what computer you should be using, what should be your system requirements, which are not different from any other. So this way you also get your timing, as you see, that you can proceed to the next slide only after you have completed the existing slide. If you exit the module without completion, then you would not be able to get on to the next module until you have completed the first module. At the end of it, you are given multiple choice questions, and in that you will mark out what your answers are, and then you would continue. So if the answer is incorrect, you would be told that this is an incorrect answer, and it would guide you to the correct answer. So this is where at the end of the module you would get a score, and sort of telling you how many of your questions are right and how many are incorrect, so that you could get a chance to probably read it all over again to see where you went wrong, what exactly happened. At the end of it, on all your modules, you get a scoreboard, and it helps you to know how you fare in terms of doing the modules. So similarly, you can see in the dashboard your current status as to how many modules you've completed, how many you need to do, and how many are left over. And at the end of it, after each module, you give your feedback as to what you thought about it, and it talks about did the module help you in understanding the signs and symptoms, it is helping you in treating your patients, etc., etc. So here you have your profile put up on this model, and then you cannot edit the username, as this information is mapped later on by the user dynamics within this portal. If you wish to make any changes, you have to raise a ticket through support system, and they will do the needful. So you have a support system, a backup system. If you have any problem, you get back to them, and there's continuous interaction happening, and this is where the BioQuest implementation comes in, and they are a learning system which will continuously help you to get on with your program. So that is the support we will continuously have, and this is the thing we wish to do, is to see that there is a huge interactive program which you would go through. So in ending this IMPART presentation, I would like to acknowledge the expertise and the time and the effort which all of us have put in, and mainly the program leads, Professor Mary Ann Lumsden and Professor Susan Davis along with me, who have taken the lead in creating this program. We've had the IMS Education Committee leads, Professor Johannes Bitzer and Dr. Tim Hillard, who have also helped tremendously in reviewing the program, going through corrections, bringing out new evidence. So it has gone through a lot of revision and review before it has been put up over here. BioQuest Solutions, I cannot but thank Dr. Rajeshri, who has been tremendous help in developing this whole program, and she's been extremely supportive, and we've had a very, very good experience with them. We also thank Pfizer Global for the unrestricted and unconditional educational grant, where there were no conditions, there was no nothing. We were just given the grant and we had put forward a proposal. The editorial assistance of Jean Wright to make sure all the commas were in the right place and the full stops in the right place and the words were correct in every place, and all this was there. And thank our IMS office, Lee Tompkins and Martin Derbyshire, who have been the logistics and executive assistants which they have given us to coordinate this whole program, and I thank them very much for it. And I think I would like to launch the program formally with a lovely video, but before that, I would like to call on stage all those who have helped us. I know the crowd stage will get pretty crowded, but we don't care. All of you have helped us in the program. Please come up and be there with us whilst we launch the program. Tim, Susan, Mary, and Joannes, Rajeshri, Lee, Martin, and Sunila, and who else? Yeah, Mary Ann's gone somewhere?
She's with the governor.
Okay, she's with the governor. Okay, so Jean, please come up. And Lee, Martin. And we had a lot of our reviewers who are here, actually, who have helped to review the program. All those who have reviewed, I think Toby is here. Probably you went through the osteoporosis section. Please come up. All of you who have helped, please come. And Rod? Come, Rod. Anyway, thank you. Let's get on with the launch, please.
Over the time I've been president of the International Menopause Society is to promote knowledge, study, and research into all aspects of aging in women. Over the last 18 months, we've moved towards accomplishing this mission by embarking on an ambitious self-learning program called IMPART, which is aimed at all physicians worldwide. Thanks to an unconditional and unrestricted educational grant from Pfizer, we've been able to put together this unique, evidence-based, clinically orientated program free of cost to a global audience. I would like to encourage the global community of healthcare professionals who work with women in midlife, including both specialist and generalist doctors and nurses, to participate in this program and help enhance care models for their menopausal patients in a meaningful manner.
IMPART is a unique educational program offered to you by the International Menopause Society. It has been developed by an expert international clinical team and comprehensively covers every aspect of the menopause. On completing it, you will feel confident caring for your patients at midlife and beyond. I strongly commend the program to you.
With this course, we are bringing menopausal health into the limelight of mainstream healthcare.
I can very highly recommend this tool for training and for education, and you will certainly enjoy it in your daily, to use it in your daily practice.
I strongly recommend you to take the course and be confident in delivering individualized, comprehensive services to women healthcare in their second adulthood.
I recommend that IMPART be a part of your learning program this year so that you can offer better care for your peri- and postmenopausal patients.
Thank you.